What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode we were working towards making ourselves infinity ingots, and we were running low on the infinity catalyst. Well, since then I have been kind of letting the game go. I've been AFK, letting things run. We are producing quite a lot of these things. If we look here, we have 67 more, over another stack of these things in our system, which is pretty good. Yeah, our chickens that we have overclocked in the mining dimensions using the watch the flowing time, like all of those, they're producing a lot of EMC for us. But anyway, we need to get ourselves, I believe, 19 of these infinity ingots so we can get ourselves a world breaker, and I do believe we should be able to get that now. So there is 19? Was that the amount we needed? Maybe? Well, I guess I can take all these things back. Can I shift click out of here? You can't. Okay, just do that. All right, so we have all those parts back. So now we should have everything we need. Actually, you know what? I should have looked up the recipe for the world breaker. If I can spell it correctly. So this thing does require some neutronium, and it does require crystal matrix. So that is just the crystal matrix ingots that we've been using. That just needs to be in a thing like so. And now we should be able to make this thing. All right, so let's make ourselves a world breaker. Woohoo! Woohoo, we did it. So World Breaker. Now that is a quest, I believe, but I think it's locked out by another quest. Yeah, it wants us to make all the infinity armor. Now that is a lot of infinity ingots in order to make this stuff. We can probably get this done, but we're gonna have to let the system just AFK a little bit longer so we can get all the all the infinity ingots that are required. Have we go Averitia? I don't know how to spell it apparently. Each one of these items does require quite a lot of these infinity ingots. That's almost, I didn't count that, but I'd say that's pretty much the same as what goes into that world breaker. And that one's pretty much the same. And this one is far fewer, it looks like anyway. And that's not very many at all for Sanic speed. But again, these are things that we don't necessarily need, but this armor right here is part of the quest, and this armor does make you 100% invincible from being killed by anything, but I don't think we really need that. Pretty much what we're going to be doing is going and finding ourselves a Kiosk Guardian. We're going to just skip killing the Kiosk Guardian because I don't think we need to. Is that one of the quests? Hold on, let's take a look real quick. Draconic Evolution. It wants us to have, oh, we do have to kill, no, we just have to get a Chaos Shard. It does not. It says kill it and claim its treasure, but we don't actually have to kill it. So we're not going to kill it. We're going to use this world breaker here that has Fortune 10 on it. I believe shift right clicking on it turns into hammer mode. Yeah. And then you can like open up a big area of stuff with this. Let's actually go to the mining dimension real quick. And we'll just play around with this. Just see the size that the hammer itself does. I think over this way is where we experimented previously. Yeah, so this was where we used the Draconic Staff of Power. Let's go next door, about right here. We'll do a shift on it and open this up. So you can see it makes a slightly larger hole. Yeah, that's pretty good. Another good thing is that all the items get condensed into these matter clusters. Now these things will fill up until it has 4,096 items in it, and then it'll make another matter cluster. So you don't have to worry about your inventory getting completely full of like all sorts of junk items. Yeah, so look at that. We have 3,300 items in this one matter cluster. So we can do this all the way down. Oh, what was that? Something. Oh, did I open up a chance cube? I might have opened up a chance cube. But yeah, you can see that the matter clusters do get like a gold border when they are full. Let's get rid of the charge creeper. There we go. So this guy, is there anything special about him? He has hardened blood shards, and that appears to be it. Okay, well, we'll just leave him there. So yeah, the the world breaker is pretty awesome, and it does Fortune 10 at the same time, which works. It works really well on the Kiosk Guardian. The what is the thing called? I guess the core to get the chaos fragments or the chaos shards. So that's really what I want to do today is go work on that. We'll just get rid of these things. You can right click on them and get all the items out. I don't really want these things in my inventory. Get rid of that too. and we'll put the rest of the more expensive stuff away. Okay, so very good. We need to go to the end. Do we have a warp set up for the end? I'm pretty sure we do. Okay, so we have a warp set up here. We should have power. Let's go back to this. We have power coming from our bauble, and we also have power wirelessly charging up our armor. So I think we should be 100% okay as far as damage goes. Now, in a lot of mod packs, the default setting for Draconic Evolution for the Chaos Islands, I do believe, is about 10,000 blocks out. So like if you're at 10,000, you should run into one that should be like the dead center of an island. It is configurable, and I don't know what it is set up for in this pack. So I'm just going to fly out here a little bit, and hopefully we will run into something. I won't have to go out 10,000 blocks, but as you can see right now, I've only gone like 1,000 blocks in such a short amount of time. 10,000 blocks isn't really that big of a deal, but we are going to be loading up a lot of terrain here, which could make the dimension a little big, but I don't think that's going to matter much. Anyway, I'm going to fly out to about 5,000, stop, see if we got anything, or maybe 2,500, something like that. Yeah, I'm not seeing what looks like any sort of a Chaos Island. Let's go to 5,000. Anyway, I'm going to keep going until I find the Chaos Island, and then we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so we are at 9,700 right now, according to the thing underneath the minimap, and I'm starting to see these little islands right here, these balls. They look a little bit different than like these regular island things, and I do believe this is the start of the Chaos Island here. Yeah, you can see some structures. No, that's just a regular island or a regular end city thing. You can see the obsidian forming in there, and there we go. The rest of the structures popped in, and we get the Kiosk Guardian health bar. So this is a little difficult to do, but really we want to have our hammer in the hammer mode. Go find the center of the island really quickly, which should be like the lowest part, like right here, and just dig up. You can hear the sound too. Okay, and we're just gonna go ahead and grab that. That's it. So we don't have to fight the Kiosk Guardian at all. We have all the shards in our thing. Really, the only thing we need to do is go out to another 10,000. I don't really know how many of these that we need, but might as well go and do a couple of them while we're here. So I'll go out to 20,000 and 0. Find the next island, do the same thing, and we should end up with 20 of the chaos shards per island. So if we do a second one, we should have 40 of them, which I think is going to be more than enough. But anyway, let's go ahead and do that real quick, get this taken care of, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're just on the edge of the next island. Again, you can see the little islands are changing, and we're about 19,700. I was just looking at this matter cluster. You can hold shift on it, and it shows you everything that's in there. And of course, it does say that we have chaos shard times 20. So you can see that that does, in fact, work on it. So when we get this another one, we should have 40 of the chaos shards. So let's just go ahead and get in here real quick, find the lowest part, and dig our way in. Things are still spawning. I think it's this right here. Maybe? No, that's not right. Well, you can hear the sound right here. Oh, you don't want to do it on the obsidian because that takes too long. Alright, let's get in here and we'll break this. Whoop, hopefully I collected that with my magnet. And we'll just go ahead and get away from that so we get out of the explosion area. So yeah, it looks like we got a matter cluster. This one, let's see, chaos shard times 20. This one doesn't say it has chaos on it, but I can just imagine that it does. Anyway, if not, we can always come back here and get another island. So I think we're good with the end for now. So we should be able to just warp home. So let's let this load. Okay. I'm gonna pop this thing open, shift right click on it. We get items everywhere. So we get a lot of these draconium infused. That's fine. Put the endstone in there, all of this stuff. So much obsidian. And yeah, the 20 chaos shards right there. Now I'm kind of curious, did we get the other chaos shards? Maybe we didn't get it. Okay, well, that's a thing. We tried. I can always go back and get more if we need it. But anyway, there's our 20 chaos shards from the first one. I don't know if that got destroyed by the dragon shooting at us, or my magnet didn't pick it up in time, or what happened, but it is what it is. So now that we have those, there was a quest that we needed to do. Well, we can claim this one. This is for killing the Kiosk Guardian, which we didn't actually need to do. We get some black lotus. All right, we'll put those away. Let's take a look. So we have the Chaos Fusion Crafting. This wants us to make one Chaos Fusion Crafting Injector. Just one. Okay, so Chaos Fusion... Chaos Crafting Injector. What is it called? Chaotic Fusion Crafting Injector. Okay, so that requires us to have a chaotic core in order to do that, plus a dragon egg. And the chaotic core does require us to take a chaos shard and some awakened draconium and awakened cores. We don't have any awakened cores, so I need to craft up a few of those, which isn't that big of a deal, but it is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, what else do we have here? Project E, we also needed the shard, I think, for the Tome of Knowledge. That's something that I wanted to do as well. Tome of Knowledge. Let's take a look at that. So that does require chaotic core as well, plus the Endless Pearl and a Transmutation Tablet. You know what? I don't think we ever made the tablet, did we? We made the Transmutation Table. We need to do the Gaia Spirit before we can do that. Okay, well, I tell you what, I'll go ahead and start crafting up some of the items in order to make these chaotic cores. We need at least 2 of them in order for quests to be completed. So I'll make the necessary stuff. I'll make 8 of the awakened cores so we can do that, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so I just ended up making half a stack of the wyvern cores that went into 8 of these draconic cores. That's what they're called, right? No, they're awakened cores. Yeah, to make half a stack of the wyvern cores to go into the awakened cores. And now we have 8 of the awakened cores remaining. And then we have 8 awakened draconium all set here. So we just need to put the shards into this thing. And this costs how much power? About 20 million RF. No, I looked at the wrong thing. This one, 800 million RF. So yeah, we're using quite a bit of power to make these cores here. And that's charging up pretty quickly, I would say. All right, and there we go. There's the 2 chaotic cores. Very, very good. So now that we have those, we can start working towards getting some of these other items that I would like to make. Also, I guess we can make this thing, yeah. Okay, so dragon egg, a fusion crafting injector, 4 diamonds. Let's grab 4 of these. And then we need a dragon egg. We have those already, not a big deal. What else do we need here? Chaotic core, and that's it. And then a fusion crafting injector. All right, let's grab that guy. We'll throw, whoop, don't want that in there. We'll throw this into here. We'll put some diamonds on this thing. I can't put a diamond here? Why? Oh. Wait, what just happened? I had 4 diamonds. Okay, so maybe some inventory weirdness. Try that again. We'll put 4 diamonds in there. And then we need a dragon egg plus the chaotic core. So dragon egg here and chaotic core, just 1 right there. And that should start up our craft. Cool. And we'll just accelerate that a little bit. Awesome. So now we have ourselves a chaotic fusion crafting injector, which should complete yet another quest. Yeah? There it is. Okay, it takes a second, but we got it. All right, and that one looks pretty awesome, I'd say. Anyway, so now that we have that done, we can go back to the Draconic Evolution. We can claim this one, and we can claim this one. And now the entire Draconic Evolution section is complete. That's pretty awesome. So we'll pop this, we get some ultimate speed upgrades, and we'll pop this one, and we get some Draconic cores. Okay. Not bad rewards, I suppose. We'll put the World Breaker away. Don't necessarily need that right now. So now, what I'd like to do is start working towards getting ourselves a Tome of Knowledge. And once we unlock that, like making all this stuff, I think all of that is EMCable, and we can just put EMC into our table or a tablet or whatever we have, and then extract the item without actually having to go through the process of crafting it, which is something I'd definitely like to do. So we'll go back to the Tome of Knowledge here. And yeah, so we have to make the Transmutation Tablet. Transmutation Tablet. All right. So I do believe we have the vast majority of everything here, except for the Gaia Spirit Ingots. So we need Gaia Spirits around a Terra Steel. Do we even have any Gaia at all? We don't have any. So in order to make Gaia spirits, we need, I think, terasteel on a beacon is what it is, right? We have to do, well, we need the Gaia Ritual. Let's take a look. Do we have the Botania book? The Lexicon? That's a forged Lexicon. Okay, I don't think we ever made the Lexica Botania. How can we make that? This guy is made with a sapling and a book. That should be pretty easy to do. And it has EMC. Okay. So we'll open this up. Maybe we already made one of these because it didn't go directly to the other tab. Do I have it in my inventory or something? I'm not sure what happened to it. Anyway, we will just continue on here. So we want to do we have to do the portal to Alfheim first? Yeah, because we set this thing up before. I don't know. Let's put this into the portal. We should get out the new and improved Lexica Botania. This one should have all the extra information in it. So Ritual of Gaia is what we're looking for. And then we will scroll through, and this tells us how to make the Gaia pylons. We do need 4 of these. And yeah, we do need a beacon on iron blocks, or I guess some kind of a beacon base in order to get going. And of course, we can visualize it like we can with a lot of the Botania things. I don't know if we're gonna fight it in here. I guess we could. I don't know if there's any limiting reason why we shouldn't fight it in here. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting stuff together. Let's see, was there anything special that we needed? We needed pixie dust, which comes from, I think, putting mana pearls through the portal. And then elementium, I think, is mana steel. Shift click to see recipe. Yeah, mana steel through the portal gives us that. And then, yeah, the mana pearl through the portal gives us this. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and start making these items up, and then we will look at how we are going to set this crazy thing up. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I decided that it'd probably be better just to set this thing up here in the mining dimension and not try and do it in the base. Yeah, we're going to be like swinging our sword a lot. We'll probably end up breaking a lot of blocks if we do that. Let's just do it in the open. So that should complete the structure here for the Gaia fight. And to start off, you need to take a terasteel and right click it onto the beacon, and that'll do the tier 1 boss. And then you can later take the Gaia fragments that you get, or whatever they're called, the Gaia spirits, wrap it around a terasteel, 4 of them, and you can make a Gaia spirit ingot, and then you can do the tier 2 boss if you so choose. But either way, we need 16 of these things in order to make 4 of these Gaia Spirit ingots in order to make this thing. So that is going to be our next task. And hopefully by the time we're done, we'll have enough of the Infinity Catalyst to make the 8 more Infinity Ingots that are required. I'm pretty sure we should be in good shape for that. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the fight for the very first one. Shift right click. There it is. Ooh, that's loud. Okay, let me go ahead first of all and turn the, is it music sound? Master volume? I'll turn master volume down to like 7. Maybe that'll be better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Well, that's kind of cool. You can see the health bar on the tooltip gaining strength as well as on top of the screen. Now, we are experiencing a little bit of lag right now because of all the stuff that's running here in the mining dimension. So it might go a little bit slower pace, but I'll probably end up speeding up this fight anyway, like cutting out a lot of it. We've seen the Gaia fight many times in a lot of our different series here, so it's not like there's anything brand new that we're seeing. And I'm not entirely sure if it's better to use my bow or my staff of power. Where do you go? Right there. 95 health. If I hit him again, goes down to 70. So that's like 15 hearts, right? Or 25 hearts. I'm sorry. So if we do, he's at 70. If I do that, he gets, well, maybe the bow is better. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, we're doing a decent amount of damage to the guy. Now he's gonna spawn in all sorts of ads, and we just gotta go through like 4 waves of this. But it's pretty easy with the Staff of Power. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish this up. All right, here we go. The final hit, and we got it. Get out of here. All right, so we ended up getting 8 Gaia Spirits. So we're gonna have to do that fight one more time if we get 8 more of those. Or we could craft this into the next tier version of the fight. And I think you ended up with more spirits per kill. I think I might do that instead. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on, see if we can get the rest of our spirits. All right, here's the final hit, and we got him. Aw, yeah. So the tier 2 fight also gives you some other cool things from Botania for defeating the boss. Let's get rid of some of these loot bags. We don't really need any of those. And it looks like we ended up getting 16 Gaia spirits for doing that. We used 4. We have 20 now, and we had 4 before. So yeah, we got a decent amount of those. So Dice of Fate can give you some pretty cool items. This is one of the special drops that you get from defeating the tier 2. And we get ourselves Eye of the Flugel. And I forget what this thing does. Oh, is this the one that like sends you back to your home point or something? I can't remember. Anyway, it's not that important. Now, one thing I did notice during the fight is redstone doesn't appear to lay flat, but everything else does. Has that always been the case, or is there just something weird with that item because of the lag? I'm not sure. If I drop that on the ground, no, redstone appears to actually float. And every other item, when you throw it, lays flat. I never noticed that through the entire series until just now. Anyway, so let's see. We ended up with the correct amount of these items, so we should be able to go into here and split these up and make 4. Not those. We needed the Tear Steel. 4 of the Gaia Spirit Ingots. Cool. And then we can even make 1 more and fight the boss again should we need more of those going forward. But yeah, having these Gaia Spirits Ingots, that's really, really awesome. Again, the inventory is kind of an issue right now. We'll just go ahead and get rid of like some of these extra things we don't necessarily need. Oh, and then I guess we get one of the music tracks records, which is kind of cool. All right, yeah, I'll keep everything else, I suppose. All right, very good. Let's head back to the base now. Get back out of that laggier dimension. I'll put all these things away. Don't care about the shaders. All right, so the Gaia Spirit. So that's what we were looking for. That was the one thing that we couldn't make out of this recipe. So we do need a Transmutation Table. Grab one of those. That's an expensive, well, I guess expensive EMC-wise item. Ender Stars. We need 8 Ender Stars. Do we have those? How does an Ender Star made? How do you make one of those? Dragon's Breath, Star, Prismarine, Black Quartz. Let's see if we can make those real quick. They do have EMC, so we should only have to make 1. Okay, we'll just do it that way. We'll place that here and grab 7 more of these guys. Very good. All right, so now that we have that done, anything else special? The Infinity Ingots, I guess, is going to be the most costly item here, so we need to grab ourselves 8 of those. Let me go ahead and get the rest of these materials together, and we'll see if we can create this recipe. All right, guys, so we can use a little bit of this HDPE that we made a while ago. We need 12 of the HDPE sheets. So there's 8, and there's 12. All right, so we can get that going. Then it's neutronium, some red matter blocks, an energy condenser Mark IIs. We need 4 of the energy condensers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then just some neutronium and the red matter. It looks like we haven't made red matter, or at least we haven't learned it. Red matter. Okay, so we have the red matter itself. We should probably learn these, although we're gonna unlock all the knowledge here very quickly. And there's a block of it. Okay, we'll learn that as well. We need a total of 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those. Okay, so we need 11 more of these guys. Very good. We don't need the red matter itself. We'll put those away. And I guess neutronium, which we have in our inventory, should be the last items. This is the amount of infinity catalysts we have remaining. That should be the last of the items that we need in order to make the Transmutation Tablet. I think we have everything else. Okay, let's go see if we can shift click that into the table here and craft it. Oh, nope, quantum storage units. I did forget about that. I believe we made one before, but I'm not sure if I learned it. Doesn't look like we learned. And we have 4 of them already pre-made. Awesome. Okay, so now we should be able to do this. We'll do one of those, and there's a Transmutation Tablet. Awesome. Transmutation on the go. So the Transmutation Tablet, let's turn the volume back up. The Transmutation Tablet is just like the transmutation table that we've been using right here, except we can use it anywhere we want, and it has the same like stored EMC and the same knowledge, which is really good. So we can take this guy and throw it in here and we can learn it, so we can always make another one should we lose it or whatever. But we're going to be using this in the recipe for the Tome of Knowledge. So it's the Transmutation Tablet, the Chaotic Core, and one Endist Pearl. Did we not make an Endist Pearl? I feel like we did. Maybe we used that in another recipe. I can't remember now. So that is a bunch of Ender Pearls, Endstone, Neutronium, and another star. So we should be able to make one of those right now. Pearl. Those stack to 64, they do. And then Neutronium, we'll grab extra, and then Endstone, which we have quite a lot of now. All right, so we should have everything we need in order to make an Endist Pearl, a little bit over what we need, but enough. Okay, so there's the Endist Pearl, there's the Transmutation Tablet, and then we need our Chaotic Core, which we made earlier. Put all this stuff away. There it is. All right, so let's go craft this up. I guess it was this way. So we put the Endist Pearl right here, and we can put a Chaotic Core right here. And then, oh, you know what? I didn't see. Does this require? It requires a Chaotic tier. Okay. Before we can do this, I have to make one more Chaotic Fusion Crafting Injector. So we have to use this one. I have to make another one, though. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. We'll make another Chaotic Core. We'll do that whole rigmarole again, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we have the second Chaotic Fusion Crafting Injector made. Now we can do the Chaotic tier. We just throw the Transmutation Tablet into here and let it charge up, which is going to take just a little bit of time. And done. So there's our Tome of Knowledge. So this thing, like I said before, unlocks all of the EMC knowledge, so we never have to learn anything else again. So if we come over here and take a look at red matter, for instance, we just have those two. As soon as we drop this in here, though, like, it unlocks everything, right? So now we know every single thing, and I think, yeah, we can even make another tome, or whoops, tome. We can even pull out the Tome of Knowledge should we choose to, but let's go ahead and leave that in there. So we have every single thing that's EMCable that available to us. Octuple compressed sugarcane. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's kind of crazy. Huh. Anyway, so now that that's all done, let's go back to our quest section here. We'll go to here. We'll complete this for the Tome of Knowledge, and we'll claim this one for the Transmutation Tablet. Awesome. So we get Diamond Shield, and we get ourselves a compressed Nether Star block. Wow. So we get a compressed Nether Star block right at the pretty close to the end of the game here. That's awesome. Anyway, we can just dump these things in here. We already have the knowledge of them. We can make them whenever we want to. That just gives us extra EMC at this point. Okay, so now that that's all done, we can do this. We have to make the Omega. I think that's this one right here. Okay, so there we go. Done. Easy. Big EMC batteries. Awesome. We'll just put that guy back in there, and we will claim a reward for this, which is some Mana Steel ingots. Very, very good. All right, so we got a few more things to do, like to complete this. We've seen how easy this is. We just have to grab those items out. We'll probably do that a little bit later. I think we still had a few more quests to complete. There's the whole Applied Energistics section. A few of these quests down here. I guess we can claim that for the Quantum Tank. Mystical Agriculture is all done. We still have to make a few more of these generators. We have to make the reactor, which is going to require a little bit of stuff. And for the most part, I think we're reaching the end here. Infinity Armor, that's another thing that we are going to have to do. We did make the World Breaker, but we have to wait for all the Infinity Ingots to make all this stuff. So a little bit of time left in the series here before we're probably going to call it a wrap. But anyway, guys, speaking about calling it a wrap, we're going to call it a wrap here for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.